Today David took us down the road with three interesting talks. We looked at the big picture, internationally and locally, milk price. Then we went on to talk about management systems, how we look at budgeting and doing farm financials. And then last we finished off looking at systems and how to maybe change your system for a more pasture-based dairy system.
You've got to graze at exactly the right level so they eat the stuff, right down to the thing that happens to optimise quality.
When the milk price has settled back to more normal levels, that this has changed the dynamics, in fact, for farmers designing their production systems, because if in the future you have on average a lower milk price but the same level of commodity prices, then a system that's going to work, that worked well before, where maybe more milk per cow and more supplements, those are going to have probably a cost of production that's going to be really challenged when in the future.
Look at this on the pure pasture area, 4.6 down to 4.1, 12% drop. You have a much bigger impact on harvest and quality, and if you get it wrong because of it, you have a much bigger negative.
I've said many times in the past that pasture-based dairy farming is about the most complex business on the planet, and it absolutely is, for a number of reasons, including people buy farms, pasture-based dairy farms, they might produce milk, but actually the key driver of profit is pasture. When you have a business, any business in reality, but if it's a bit more complex, your budgeting and your analysis has to be at a much higher level.
Let's say I was right in assuming that the industry would be in enormously better shape ever if you were at 55 to 60% pasture at the time.
Remember, one of the things that we're really strong on is that the cow needs an average of a 15 or 16% protein. With kukuyu, with nitrogen. And they said, well, let's try 100N, let's try 150N.
If you want to have a resilient business, a resilient dairy farming business in the future, not just as your profit, do you need to concentrate on profit, but you need a low cost of production. That's the only key ratio that will provide you the opportunity to maintain a high profit margin and be able to absorb changes in milk price. And the only significant way to do that is if you reduce your feed costs. And given there's little opportunity for the country to reduce their individual feed costs, pasture, concentrates, other forages, the only option, as my paper outlined, was to change the mix. And the mix is more pasture and less concentrate and other forages, which is to change the production system to one with a lower cost of production.
The correct way to calculate pasture harvest, you want to know a number that is the pasture harvest on area that was in production.
Yeah.
There's no shortcut to doing a proper pasture harvest calculation, given it's one of the most important numbers in your business, and you need to just to refine it.
So today's workshop with David Beca, the aim from the Barenbrug side was to be involved in high-level information going to the farmers. The more farmers that are more profitable and in business longer are the ones that we need for Barenbrug to stay in business.